This is the men's room.
Get in and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off the Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Raise your console standing by. We'll take caller 9-844-999. Ola will play Profile This coming up in minutes. And we have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. First, quick check into Mike Hawk for some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, a chain of grocery stores in France was selling Nutella at 70% off last week, and several injuries were reported after people made a mad rush to buy it. Guys, it's almond spread, or what is it? It's not
hazelnut,
almond. It's hazelnut.
Don't mess with the hazelnut.
Not worth death.
It's the 70% is pretty substantial on the Nutella. It's not going to go bad.
70% is good on anything, but you don't need to. I mean, it's Nutella, man. They're treating it like Black Friday, one of the 4 TVs the Walmart carries.
You got to remember, man, they put that stuff on crepes. The French love crepes.
Dude, whatever. Nutella's
Banana,
delicious.
Nutella
Put it on anything.
All right, let me ask you this, though.
All right.
If we only had one peanut butter in the States,
All right.
and then it was 70% off,
I'm going to buy it.
I bet we'd be just as crazed.
No.
I don't think I would go to fisticuffs. Well, you know what? I don't know. It depends on the circumstance, right? If you're hoarding them, then maybe. Maybe I get in there. Hey, man, you got 4 jars. I need at least one.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're using that much Nutella.
They must be.
Yeah.
Could be.
It's that good, though. Mike, have you had Nutella?
I think I have. And
You would
have it.
know.
You have it,
would know
friend.
if you had Nutella.
Oh, jeez.
You know, I'm going to bring in a jar of Nutella. We're going to spread it on something for you, and your mind's going to be
Hazelnut
blown.
Spread.
You're going to
Stop
love it.
hating.
You're going to love it.
Yeah, dude, it's phenomenal.
It's a spread, guys.
It is a spread.
It's a chocolate spread.
It's a delicious chocolate spread, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Mike, I am not kidding you, all right? I never knew what Nutella was. I was in San Francisco visiting a friend, and I got one of those little packages with the sticks in it, and it blew my mind.
It's a game changer.
How did I not have this stuff?
Okay.
He's not lying to you. It's not like he's,
Like beat up other people in a store for it, Ted.
You're going to
70%
orgasm
off?
in your pants the
God.
first time you try it.
Okay. We'll see. Moving on. A woman in the UK is going viral after she got the word... Okay, I'm going to actually do a little bit of Profile This with you guys. After she got a certain word tattooed on her forehead. It is either Californian, vegan, or a third one, which is obviously not going to be it.
How to say vegan?
That'd be my guess, vegan, just because it's not as long.
Yeah, vegan. She got back vegan
Unless she had the biggest, unless she was like Sade and had enough room for the entire thing across her forehead.
Or Beyonce.
Yeah.
Well, it just depends on the font size.
Yeah, but you got to be. I just look. Californians would let you know they're from California, but they're not angry about it. It's a sense of pride. I'm from Cali. Vegans, I don't know what it
is a sense
is.
of pride.
That's who's going to get that tattooed on their forehead, though.
See, then they take the cake from me.
But here's the difference. People in
Well, it's
California,
vegan. It's vegan cake.
they don't disparage you for not being from California. They're just simply happy to be from California. Vegans, like, if you're just happy to be vegan, good effing for you. I don't care what you eat. I don't know why you would think I would. But then they tend to go on the rampage about what you have decided to eat. That's why I felt like it had to be vegan.
True enough.
And this doesn't help the stereotype that vegan people can be annoying.
Not
She
at
got
all.
vegan tattooed on her face.
I bet you all of her vegan friends are like, dude, come on, man. You're making us all look bad.
Can you not?
Just don't.
Yeah, we all know by that salad that has no ranch dressing on it in front of you.
We've only legitimately been around for like 20 years, and they already have 8,000 jokes about it.
All right.
I think that's a red flag in your book. This doesn't even have ranch dressing.
Yeah.
Who has a salad without ranch dressing, Ted?
A lot of people.
My girlfriend, that too.
She's got thrown under the bus there. Damn. Is that
How about blue cheese?
Her salad-eating habits?
Can she have blue cheese?
No.
No.
What is the dressing they put on a Cobb salad? Is that blue cheese dressing?
Cobb salad's got meat in it. It's got deli in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no animal products whatsoever for veganism.
Oh.
No animal products. Is she vegan?
You can't even make a
Yeah, she's
freaking
vegan.
salad.
Tell her to
taste
get
good.
she needs a tattoo on her forehead. Where's a bad
Bam,
thermometer?
right there on the forehead.
Yeah.
All right, you guys might remember that I talked to you a little while ago about the popular trivia app. It's called HQ. It took some heat last week after someone noticed their terms and conditions said that you had to cash out within 90 days, but couldn't until you had won at least $20, and it's really hard to win at least $20.
I remember that.
So everybody was saying it's making winning actual money even harder. Now they've changed their policy so you can cash out at any time.
Okay.
All right.
I think that was just something that they conveniently left out.
Until people bring it up.
Until
Makes
somebody
millions and
found it.
millions of dollars.
Someone realized a fitness app called Strata that tracks your movement has been tracking soldiers who use it.
Yes, it has.
And revealing the locations of secret military bases by mistake.
Are they honest to God did not think about that until now?
I don't know.
It was just a passing thought I had when anything that tracks you, you know what I mean, is stored up in the cloud and bounces back to your phone. I just assumed that you had taken that security step, because, the whole point is you don't want people to know where you are.
It's kind of like when you click on a website and it says, would you like to allow this website to know your exact location? And you can say allow or block.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, I'd probably be dumb enough to do that myself.
It just seems like an odd it just
Sure,
seems,
track my progress. I want to see where I'm running.
It's so simple that it was overlooked by everybody.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I get that a soldier wouldn't think about it, but as a soldier, I would assume that the higher-ups have figured this stuff out for me. So whatever they tell me I can do, they're erring on the side of caution.
No track.
Right? So now if I'm a soldier, hey, none of you guys thought of this, because we just assumed you did.
You get none of this.
Jesus Christ.
You delete maps from your phone.
It's the military, so they're all fitness kind of people to begin with.
Right.
So they're out there, they're walking, they're getting their steps in and all that. Krispy Kreme is going to debut its new flavor that was chosen by customers. If you remember the choices.
New glaze?
The new glaze.
It was blueberry,
the
caramel,
choices were lemon, blueberry, caramel, or maple. Which do you guys think won?
I'm hoping caramel.
Okay, we got 2 votes for caramel, Ted.
I went blueberry.
Blueberry. Robin, what do you got?
I think just because it's already so popular, maple.
Okay. You're all completely wrong, and I'm glad that you're all completely wrong because that means that you have taste buds. They actually chose the disgusting flavor of lemon.
That's what.
No one picked that.
No.
Millions of people or thousands of people respond to this, and they came up with lemon?
Lemon-flavored glazed donuts.
Oh, Krispy Kreme, you just left a turd in the bed, man.
I enjoy lemons. I enjoy lemonade and things that are associated with lemons. Artificial lemon is probably one of the worst tastes I can imagine.
I don't know. I used to like those lemon pies.
I don't mind stuff like that. I just felt like in competition with the other flavors they offered, that it had no chance.
I actually hear
that's all.
100%.
Right,
I like lemon, but I would choose it over
You know what makes this worse? If they had just said we're going to introduce a lemon glazed donut, I would try it. But they told us in advance the other options, and my heart was so set on the other. I'm not even going to try the thing.
Yeah, even like lemon pound cake sucks. Lemon pie sucks.
It's okay.
I don't know if we should hate on lemon. I love a lemon bar.
I love lemon.
Oh, lemon bars, dude.
Yeah.
No. No to all of it.
No Nutella for
I'm
Mike?
putting Nutella on a lemon bar.
No, I won't turn down Nutella. I'm still willing to try it, but the artificial lemon, nope. That's like coconut to me. I ain't gonna do that.
Oh, coconut's terrible.
It's disgusting. The headline reads, Tide Pod maker. Don't blame us for kids' poor judgment. Is anybody actually blaming the Tide Pod makers?
Look, there's 2 different schools of thought, though. When the kids are younger than my kids, I'm like, why do you make them look like something they want to eat, right?
Sure.
That just seems stupid because obviously it's the last thing on earth you want them to eat. Subsequently, there's the Tide Pod Challenge. These are people that are old enough to know better. And here's the thing. I told my kids, don't eat these because you will die. And I make it that simple. And I go, I don't want to be dead. Don't eat. I know they look delicious. Tide insists on making them look delicious. Mm-hmm. But a teenager, I would not think I would have to tell my teenage kid, hey, don't eat the laundry detergent. Because it, like all of the laundry detergent I've ever used, whether it's powder or liquid, will kill you.
Yeah.
You dumb son of a bitch.
I thought the whole thing was a joke. I didn't realize people...
And I thought it was like an elementary school, like a little kid brought it in kindergarten every high school kids.
Well, even then, people that are younger than your kids, Earl, I would expect that if they took a bite into a Tide Pod, like if they weren't just doing a challenge, if they legitimately grabbed a hold of it,
yes, they would
candy.
Spit it out.
Absolutely. It's disgusting. It's soap.
That's what I'm saying.
When you use that as a punishment when you swore in my parents' house.
When you have to tell high school, that just tells, like Darwin is trying to clean the gene pool while they're young.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Airlines are experimenting with kid-free zones on planes.
Can I sit there? Listen, I'm not kidding, man. My kids get on my nerves.
In the back.
Don't look at me because of my kids, because guess what? They're getting on my goddamn nerves, too. And I would not mind putting them in the kid zone so I can sit with just normal adults that don't want to talk to each other.
Oh, dear. A man's life was saved based on his attire at Disneyland.
What was he wearing?
I'll tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now, but first, the game is...
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, can you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Caleb. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola. All right, Caleb, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. Let's just get to it. Here is your story. A poor woman, she could not call 911 after her live-in boyfriend punched her in the right ear. It should be pointed out, he's 6'9", and she lacks arms, legs, and a phone because he'd broken her phone 2 weeks ago. So 2 hours after he punched her on a Sunday afternoon, he pushed her to a local Walmart so that she could tell someone. Well, he ended up telling a Walmart shopper himself, hoping that that person would, quote, call the cops so he could go to jail. He said that he's tired of taking care of her and pushing her in a wheelchair everywhere. This according to the arrest report. He said he's also tired of being her primary caregiver and felt that if he punched her and confessed to it, he would no longer have to take care of her and she would become the state's problem. Instead, he became the state's problem when they had to put his ass in jail. The question is, do you believe that this genius is black, white, Mexi, or Jew?
That's a tough one. How tall was he again?
6'9".
6'9". What do you guys think?
Where did this happen?
Vero Beach, Florida. Sorry, I did not point that out.
What was the relation again?
He was her live-in boyfriend. She's armless, legless. He's 6'9". I don't even know how they made that work, but yeah. Punched her in the head just so he could confess to having punched her in the head so the state could take care of her. Not realizing the state does not take her away.
And he punched her in a Walmart.
No, he punched her at their home, then put her in a wheelchair, walked her over to Walmart.
And then confessed it's just some random person, so they would call the cops, I guess.
I mean, I gotta lean white.
That would be my guess, too.
It's already kind of strange that he's 6'9" and
6'9", yeah. Look, I don't get the relationship. I don't know how long they've been together, but they were together long enough that he was sick of having to take care of her was his main complaint. But obviously, he's got problems.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Caleb?
I'm going to go with the jury and go white.
Final answer.
Final answer.
All right, we're going to find out if this gentleman was black, white, Mexi, or Jewish next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bitches. You're listening to the men's room.
Profile this takes us to Florida, Vero Beach, and a 6'9", rather large man who was taking care of a woman with no arms, no legs.
It was his girlfriend.
Girlfriend, yeah. Mm-hmm. And they lived together and all that, and apparently he just got tired of it. Whatever it was bothering him. He couldn't take it anymore, so his plan was to punch her in the face. And then, not wanting to call the cops, I guess, on himself, he wheeled her to a Walmart and then told someone there who, in fact, then did call the cops, and he was arrested.
The odd thing about this is most people would just break up.
Well, he wanted her to be awarded the state was his idea, I guess.
Yeah, well, now he is in the form of an inmate. But, Caleb, we asked you, did you believe that this remarkable genius and caring man is black, white, Mexi, or Jew? And you agreed with the peanut gallery here and went with white.
Oh! You are correct, sir. That's all up.
Look at this guy, by the way.
Okay. Hey, Mike Hawk, what was her name? You have any idea? Normally you're pretty good with this.
No, he's not paying attention.
Yeah, I think he's looking at it.
We call a woman with no arms and no legs.
Exactly.
Takes a 6'9" guy.
I mean, what is going on there? Now for all TV news all the time for TV Time with Tim.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, Armageddon, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
Oh, man. Do you guys know the name Les Miles?
Les Miles, football coach.
Correct.
Right.
So Les Miles been a football coach for a lot of years. I want to say back in the day he was at like Michigan State, then Oklahoma State,
LSU.
Then LSU. Not that I know anything about the man. Also, he was often called the Mad Hatter because he always wore a hat. He was pretty funny. Like he'd chew on grass during the games and stuff. He was just a strange dude, but he always got his clubs fired up, and he seemed like a player's coach, like a real guy. So now Les has moved into the broadcasting end of the business, right? Because he's no longer the coach at LSU. Now, I don't know if it's a longer broadcast than he's used to. It was during a college football game, so he should be used to holding it for this amount of period. But basically, he's all set with a bunch of dudes, and he's got to pee, and he just gets up and leaves.
Well, I'm going to use the restroom in a minute.
I understand. That's great, Les. Answer and run off. Got it.
I had to do it. Have the hall pass. Right. I had to do it.
But it's not just JT Barrett. You got receiver issues. You got timing.
Way straight down.
You got a great tailback, and you got a very good offensive.
I mean, it's like the Naked Gun.
Right.
He's still got the microphone on. So he's been off the set. If you want to watch that video, by the way, it's at the bedroom Facebook page. Watch the video, and then maybe I'll have you listen to it again. He says he's got to pee, right? Then he physically gets up and leaves. And you hear the other guy say, "Oh, you're just going to leave." The rest of that is him down the hall going, "Oh, I just go straight down this way, or I really got to pee." Like, listen to it one more time, and you'll hear what I'm saying. Run it back.
Well, I'm going to use the restroom in a minute.
I understand.
He's left the set.
That's great, Les. Answer and run off. Got it.
I had to do it. Have the hall pass. Right. I had to do it.
But it's not just JT Barrett. You got receiver issues. You got timing.
Way straight down.
You got a great tailback, and you got a very good offense.
You literally hear him say, "Is there a restroom this way?" They're like, "Oh, just go straight down this hallway."
Okay.
All right.
At least take the mic off, man. Before there's a...
Yeah. Well, because I'm close to over the hill, like Mike would say. I referenced the Naked Gun to him, and he looked at me
blankly.
Just a dead stare.
Because you're old, Ted.
He had no idea what Naked Gun was. And I was like, Frank Drubbin? Like, come on.
Mike, watch a Naked Gun. You will laugh your ass off.
Oh, maybe not. Naked Gun, 2.5, and
all of them. Hot Shots Part 2. Watch all those movies.
Mike, the craziest thing you'll see about watching The Naked Gun is that O.J. Simpson is a likable character. I swear to God, Nordberg is a great character in those movies. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And you're like, well, I mean, look, for the most of us, we all liked O.J. until we found out he was a woman abuser and a murderer.
Yeah. I had no problem with him until he stabbed people.
Started killing everybody.
And I'm not even trying to be petty. It's just like, man, I just can't look past that.
Yeah.
You murdered people, man.
Yeah, that ruins a lot of relationships when you get stabby.
Sure think about it, man. Like, Ford discontinued the Bronco because of that.
Yeah. I heard they're bringing it back, though.
I did hear they're bringing it back.
They are bringing it back.
Enough time. Now that OJ's out, we only have the Bronco when OJ's a free man.
They should wait till October.
Is that when he actually gets out?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
I will say this, too. Also, with Les Miles, what reminds you guys, like, I know there's dates on the calendar, certain holidays, but to me, college football kind of says, like, the fall is kind of back.
Yeah, basically.
Even though
actually what it says to me is summer's over. Mm-hmm. I'm a half glass empty kind of guy.
Kids back in school.
Yeah! 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 Get that! Yeah! Whoa! They have no idea how happy we all are that they are back in school. They got no idea. No idea at all, man. God damn, what a great moment in time. What a great moment. My kids started yesterday, man. I had no problem getting up early. What do you guys want to eat for breakfast? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, man. We are on this, baby. Let's go.
You finally broke out the Reese's Pieces, like Miles said. Put them in the pancakes.
You kids want the good. What do you want for breakfast? Because I'm taking your ass to school.
Can't go wrong with Reese's Pieces and pancakes.
Hell, man.
I you kids want ice cream? Hell with it.
I don't care. Whatever you want to do, you're going to school today.
Take Thrill's excitement, flip it, complete opposite, and that's how your teacher friends feel.
Right. Yay, the kids are coming. Great. I dropped the kids off yesterday, man, and, the first grade and kindergarten, so as a parent, you're kind of obligated to hang out for a minute or two, make sure your kids are cool. Every parent I looked at, man, it was ear-to-ear smile. Not one parent cared that the kids were going back to it. It was like, hell to the yeah. And people were asking me, dude, isn't it kind of weird when they started school? I'm like, yeah, but they started sooner than everyone else. And that's effing awesome. Love them to death. Glad you're in school.
You ever seen, like, the videos of, like, athletes or, they got complicated handshakes, right?
Yeah.
And they look like a lot of fun. Like, I like the idea of parents, like, dropping off kids and be like, oh, what up? What up, Steve? Yeah. Just like a huge, like, dapping up.
Secret parent handshake.
Right, like, they're back in school.
I'm telling you.
Oh, Mr. Hill's here. What's up, Mr. Smith?
Hey! Oh, what a great day. What a great day.
School's fun when you don't have to go.
Oh, it's the best time of the year, man. There's like that Staples ad. It's the most wonderful time.
Yeah, with the parent going through.
Dude, that is no joke. That is honestly no joke. Like, nothing made me happier yesterday morning than going, I'm taking your ass to school.
Even
I
though,
get to do this for the next 9 months.
Jobs do tend to suck at that age. There's nothing better than knowing that you'll never have to go to class again when you're all done.
Oh,
if you choose to be done, whatever that is, whatever stage you're at, however far you decide to go when you're done, that feeling of being done is awesome.
Yeah, it is. I'm with you. I kind of knew after high school.
Well, they'll find out one day. In the meantime, there is no sympathy from Daddy. Bye. Have fun.
But the tough thing, too, is, right, like, kids do have it easier, but you can't convince a kid that. You couldn't have convinced me that.
Well, they have it easier and they don't. Like, they have it easier, I think, academically and in a lot of ways, but then they have it so much harder than us, just the way social media treats their universe, you know what I mean? So it's give and take, but one thing I do find odd, all right? So during the entire goddamn summer, these kids are awake at 6:30 in the morning, and my daughter has no problem opening my eye for me. Takes her index finger and her thumb and asks if I'm awake. I'm like, you heard me snoring and my eyes are closed. I'm like, well, what the hell did you think I was doing? I'm awake now, whatever. Here's your bowl of Cheerios. It's 6:30 on a random Thursday morning when I don't need to be up. And I swear this. I go to take them to school. Now, normally they're up by 6:30. I couldn't get their ass out of bed. It's like it's innate in kids that if they know they have something to do in the morning, suddenly they're as tired as you can be. They're dead to the world. You can't wake them up.
I was always the same way. I never wanted to get up during the week, and then on the weekends, I'd be up at the crack of dawn.
Cartoons.
Yeah, exactly. Cartoons.
Oh, cartoons for sure.
Or just, I don't know. I mean, actually, I hate to say this, but even as an adult, I think it's easier to get up on the weekends to go do fun stuff than it is like to get up and just go to work.
I'll tell you what, though, man, there is a perverse joy I get out of waking the kids up now. Like, you guys have been waking me up all goddamn summer for nothing. You know what I mean? She spilled her chocolate milk on my leg. Well, just clean it up, man. I don't have to be awake for that S. You know what I mean? Go clean it the goddamn hell up. Now I get to rattle them, and you annoy the piss out. Like, finger in the ear, like, wake up, time for school.
Ha ha ha.
Mm-hmm. Daddy, stop. No, get out of bed.
Daddy spilled a chocolate milk. What do I do?
You ever seen,
I spilled some milk in the kitchen. Please get up.
Get up and clean it.
So you can make no difference.
You ever seen Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah.
Long time ago.
So it's like a classic, like, boot camp thing or whatever, that they're going to come in with the aluminum trash can and...
Oh, yeah, bang it around.
Around. My dad liked to do that trick.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm not that bad, man.
I know. Well, the worst thing is, a lot of times he didn't even have a job. So he would just get up, annoy the crap out of us, take us to school, and go home and go back to sleep.
That's why it's easier for him to get up. He had nothing to do.
Right, exactly. He knew he was going back home to go to bed.
Son of a...
Unbelievable.
Yeah, and he'd wear a sweatshirt with no shirt underneath. Remember, like Kid Rock. And to this day, I don't know why, but it's still
a zip up?
No, or just a regular hoodie. I don't know why.
I've worn a hoodie.
Watching people wearing hoodies without a shirt underneath. Like, I get it if you're like at the beach or it got cold all of a sudden, but it bugs me. I don't know, man. It's like sometimes, like nowadays with fashion, when you see people wearing like dress shoes and it looks like they're not wearing socks, I'm like...
That seems too stinky to me, man.
Not only stinky, like how do you not get a blister?
Good call.
I wear dress shoes, period. I feel like I get blisters.
Because you don't wear them that often.
Yeah. But I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Then they're wearing
2 hours into whatever wedding I'm at, I'm like, my feet are killing me.
Right? Yeah, but everybody says. Think about what happens as soon as you get to the reception. Every woman there changes shoes.
Yeah.
Right, flip-flops instantly. Everyone's out of their heels, they got flip-flops. Meanwhile, the guys are just like, no, my feet just hurt.
Well, I'll tell you what. You ever seen that video of the woman or the girl graduating like high school, and she's wearing heels and she tries to walk across the grass?
No.
She starts wobbling, and she's not going to make
big white chick?
Black chick, but I don't remember her being that big.
I think I'm just being insulting. You're probably right. For some reason, that's what's in my mind.
Well, if you saw a few days ago, the First Lady caught a lot of heat for her boarding a helicopter to go look at the disaster down there in Texas in these 6-inch high heels.
Stilettos.
Now,
Well, there was flooding, so maybe she wanted to be above the water.
Right. I don't blame her for that.
So let's just throw the politics out of it. I watched the full video, and I won't lie, I was kind of impressed that she walked through the grass to the helicopter.
Dude, she's a former model.
Oh,
she didn't miss a beat. I was like, damn, how is she doing
6 inch, she goes to bed in that.
Right.
I mean, like, this is as normal gets for her.
Yeah.
That's what supermodels do.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, they can walk in that.
That's why it's such a joy, and it sounds horrible, but it's such a joy when you see one of them eat it on the catwalk. Because they have that serious face, you know, like, oh, yeah.
Didn't have to smile.
Yeah.
Oh,
great look.
No one's buying that outfit now. Not that they were before, but...
So supermodels obviously make a lot of money. Football head coaches, we were talking about earlier, especially college coaches, make a ton of money.
Yes, they do. Most of the time, they're the highest paid employee in the state.
Damn right. And they get to change schools when they want. TV stars, though. Do you want to feel bad? I'll
Please,
make you feel
Dad,
bad.
can't we?
Yeah. There's some crazy money that goes on TV. Now, you've heard about Big Bang Theory, right? The main stars of that show all pull down $900,000 an episode.
An episode, man.
I mean, that is unbelievable. Some of the co-stars are pulling down $500,000 for an episode. Basically, a lot of people in Game of Thrones make $500,000 an episode. Right?
That's a lot.
That's so much money. All right, The Rock. Everybody loves The Rock. He does this and that. How much do you think he makes for Ballers?
That's right. I forgot he's on this show.
$250,000 an episode. Is that close?
What are you saying? 250,000?
Yeah, it's $250,000.
No, man, you're way off.
Okay.
He makes 650 G's.
Oh, so he makes more.
God.
Yeah.
Damn, man.
$650,000 per episode of that show.
Well, he needs the money because he only made about $58 million last year.
Yeah.
What does he do with all that money? You know, we know The Rock to be a good person. We know that it's hard not to like The Rock. But what seriously, what do you do with all that money?
I think he invested in tooth whitener.
I don't know. You know, I often wonder about that with a lot of people. Like, right, there's just got to be a certain level when you reach it that, like, can you spend any more of it?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure you could, but
It depends what you spend it on. Because when Johnny Depp was on top of the world, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he bought an island, bought all these other things. He has all this. Granted, he's dead broke now, so not the best investments. But some people go down that road. Rock strikes me as being a little smarter than Johnny Depp on that tip. I feel like financially, The Rock is probably a little more solid.
Yeah, I feel like
solid as a rock. I had to say it.
You're right. I'm sure like his suits and stuff cost a lot of money.
And it just seems like he goes to the gym and does his business, and that's all he really has time for.
Yeah, he likes to work.
Yeah.
But still, that's pretty impressive. He's making 650 G's a year. Now, these are some numbers that generally I don't see. You always see what the actors are making and stuff. But the late night talk show guys, this is kind of crazy. They all make basically the same kind of money. Jimmy Fallon makes the most. He makes $16 million a year. But then Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel both make 15. Conan O'Brien's making $12 million a year. I mean, that's not bad money.
They're all doing good.
They didn't have numbers for like Seth Meyers and John Oliver, but
heck with the nighttime people, the daytime people that get syndicated are the ones that rake it in.
And it's amazing.
The Dr. Phils of the world, the Judge Judys of the world. If you're syndicated during the day, man, that's where the money is. Ellen probably makes
on
a ton.
TV.
Ellen DeGeneres out earns them all with an estimated $50 million a year.
Damn,
that's a lot of money. We know what she does with her money. She buys houses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that her thing?
Yeah, she buys houses, lives in them for a couple of years, and sells it and buys another house and fixes it up, gets tired of that, and she's kind of the bright, shiny object person of homes.
Sure. She strikes me as a bright, shiny object person anyway. But
Yeah. This one's got interesting. Kelly Ripa makes $22 million a year. Ryan Seacrest, only 15.
Well, she's been there
on
a while.
that show.
Yeah. He also makes $12 million a year doing American Idol.
That's what I mean.
And then whatever he makes on his morning show in L.A., you tap that on top, and he's syndicated all over the place. So
how much money he gets from his production company?
20-some million a year just to do his radio gig, and then that on top of it, and then his his production company with New Year's Eve and all that stuff. He makes a chunk off of that. Then all the shows that he produces. Yeah, I'd have to say he's doing pretty well.
He's like, yeah, I'll take 15 to work on this show. That's fine.
Yeah, well, we were talking about The Rock earlier, right? And how much he works.
Yeah.
And we always bring up Seacrest or Nick Cannon. Like, I wonder if there's like just once a year where like guys like that to get together and just like, what are the rest of these suckers doing?
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
rich. Right? Like, Dwayne, how many jobs you get this year?
Hell, even Dr. Phil still makes money.
Probably like, wait till Steve Harvey gets here. He's got us all beat.
Oh, Steve Harvey's loaded.
Yes,
Michael Strahan's on his way over.
Just look at the fight with McGregor and Mayweather, and he's like sitting in front of, I don't know, LeBron.
Is sitting in front of LeBron. He got better tickets
billionaires
than LeBron.
and everybody else.
Yeah, Steve Harvey's on top right now.
He is.
Man. I still don't. I mean, he's funny, but yeah, Steve Harvey. People love him.
They do.
Now, the funny thing is, you hear a lot about these actors and actresses making all this money, so I just always kind of assume that it's just kind of luck of the draw, right? Like, you get on a good show, the show does really well, that allows you to make these contract demands. So Matt LeBlanc, we know him from Friends. I want to say at one point they were the top earners in television.
Without question.
Because I think they were making either $500,000 or like $1 million a year per episode or whatever.
For at least 5-6 years of that run.
Yeah. But this is kind of fun. And Matt LeBlanc, he tried the Joey spinoff. That didn't work so hot. I still say Episodes on Showtime is a funny show if you ever check that out. But, he's had success now. Sure. But afterwards, he didn't. So this is kind of interesting. He told, basically in an interview with USA Today, he was kind of saying that they wanted him up in Modern Family for the role of Phil. But then he ended up turning it down because he just said he didn't. I remember reading it, thinking it was a really good script, but I'm not the guy to do this. I'd be doing this project an injustice to do it. I know what they can do. I know what I can do. I know what I can't do. Plus, I'm having too much fun lying on the couch. I mean, right?
That role belongs. I don't remember the guy's name, but that guy does a bang-up job of playing the character he plays.
He does do a great job on that. And it's just funny, though, like, that's such a huge show. But he was just like, nah, I'm good.
Right. I wonder how many things actors regret, because a lot of times you'll hear about some massive movie, it pulls on like $280 million domestically, Ty Burrell, right?
Yeah.
And then to say, man, this was like our third choice to play this role.
Yeah, it's like that.
And you get some guy who's like, if I had taken that role, I'd be in the stratosphere. Instead, some guy who's kind of B-list, all of a sudden he's just elevated and shot into the stratosphere.
It also reminds you of that person that comes up and goes, well, I asked Mark to go to the prom, and he said no. And then I asked John, and he said no. And then I asked such and such, and they said no. So I was wondering, will you go to the prom with me?
Yeah, but then you end up marrying that person and having a great life, right?
Well, I'm the ninth choice, but somehow this all worked out.
Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, right, at the end of the day, whether or not he turned it down, but you couldn't put it any better. Like, Ty Burrell is obviously the guy for that show.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
It's not like Modern Family has really missed a step since then.
No, it is. I think to this day, it's one of the funniest shows on network for sure.
Yeah, I'd say that and Blackish, and that whole night is just a solid night there, man. Mm-hmm. They do a great job with it. So there you go.
All right, thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. All right, coming up on the headlines with Mike Hawk. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Major beverage news as Keurig buys Dr. Pepper. So now maybe you can make a Dr. Pepper at home. Meanwhile, Tide Pod Maker says don't blame us if your kid eats one and has a mouthful of foam. Man Eats Kitty t-shirt works as man in line for 4 days at Disney sees two pass on. Elon Musk looking to make $500 flamethrower so pesky bee's nest will be gone. And a 14-year-old high five leads to felony charges. It is time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's Mike Hawk.
All right, our top story. A man's life was saved based on his attire at Disneyland. The father of 5 out of New Jersey wore a t-shirt saying, quote, in need of kidney, O positive, and he included his phone number. Someone spotted the shirt and posted a photo online, which went viral, and sure enough, he had surgery shortly afterward.
That's very cool.
I think I read this headline over the weekend at some point, and it just said that a man was soliciting for a kidney at Disneyland. I went, who does that? Who just walks around Disneyland saying, anybody got a kidney that they could spare? But actually, this isn't a bad idea.
Gosh, wish I could.
Right.
Put yourself in front of a large group of people, get the advertisement out there. You never know.
I thought he was actually stopping people like, would you be willing to donate your kidney to a man who needs it?
Mike, I'm with you. When I first read that headline, I thought he was like, I don't know, somehow that seemed different. Then it's like, oh, he's just wearing a t-shirt that has it on
it. Right. It actually sounded like he was stopping people at the happiest place on earth, bringing them down like, I'm about to die. I have 5 kids.
If I needed a kidney, that would be the only shirt I would wear.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'd wash it every night when I got home, and I'd wear it again the next day.
That's right.
I don't care where the hell I am.
Make me 6.
You never know, man.
All right, there it is. I like the story. Around the world, a 16-year-old is going viral after a trip to the South Pole, but not how you would think. She had already accomplished the feat of skiing to the North Pole and even gave a TEDx talk on the subject, with the main focus being, quote, what if young women were encouraged to be more rather than less? The video online, like any other video online, was swarmed on by internet trolls, and the most popular being, quote, make me a sandwich. So, earlier this month, she accomplished the polar hat trek, which is actually going to both the poles as well as the Greenland ice sheet, and then decided to celebrate on Instagram by posting a photo of herself at the South Pole holding a plate with a sandwich on top with the caption, quote, I made you a sandwich, ham and cheese. Now ski 37 days and 600 kilometers to the South Pole, and you can eat it.
Jesus. That's fair.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yeah, man up.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. So if you're going to say all that, like, right, show up and do it.
She's 16 years old. She's been to both poles. You don't need to go and give her hate online.
They never
that's
stop.
What people do, Miles.
Exactly.
That's what people
they
do.
see an opportunity. If they find some place where they can just send a one-way message to anybody at all, ever, that they are almost positive they can't respond to, they'll do it.
And again, but doesn't it go back generally to the animal kingdom? You target the young, you target your perceived weak, you target the old, right? Because you're not going to go head to head with the top dog. Because they're gutless, right? That's what it comes down to. It's no different on social media.
Right. It's not really
we
targeting.
We should know better, but I mean, that's what people do, man.
It's not exactly targeting the weak or the young. I mean, she's 16 years old.
Perceived weak.
But this happens to everybody. People love that one-way message. The online troll, man, on Facebook, on YouTube, and Twitter, man, you can send a one-way message that just makes you the coolest dog on the park there.
That's why I only flip people off while the car's moving.
That's right. Another massive merger is taking place.
Don't stop at the light, goddamn.
That is always awkward.
Like, oh, no, they're 10 feet away. We just stopped at the light.
It's only awkward if they pull up next to you and like, damn.
I was joking, man. We've all been there like, God damn it. Okay.
Another massive merger is taking place, this time in the world of beverages. Keurig is going to buy Dr. Pepper Snapple Group, which will bring together the two brands along with 7-Up, A&W, Mott's, Sunkist, and other Keurig products as well.
When you go to a doctor name, my name is Dr. Pepper Snapple.
I didn't know Dr. Pepper was out there on that island by themselves. I kind of figured Pepsi owned them or somebody else owned them, but I didn't know they were
the doctor.
True Texas style. I didn't know they were with Snapple.
Yeah, that's the crazier thing,
right? Oh, well.
I would guess they make more money off of Diet Dr. Pepper than they do Dr. Pepper.
Because it tastes more like Dr. Pepper.
It seemed like
it tastes more like Dr. Pepper than what? Nothing else tastes remotely like Dr. Pepper.
That's it for Mr. Pibb. That's it for your headlines with that. Mike Hawk is out.
Thank you, Mike. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time for the Drunken Charge. Ryan Castle into Sit and Spin. The return of the word profile. This, and we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day.
Yes, indeed. It is all true. We be all about this bitch, but we will return tomorrow. So until then, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.